Peace, family. I am making this video about this coronavirus because I see a lot of videos talking about it, but I don't really see people like connecting all the dots totally. So I just wanted to talk about what I put together. I took some notes on it because I really wanted to get it out in one video and not, have a whole lot of explanation on them because most of the topics have already been discussed in depth already. You see I'm in sunny California. But what I wanted to talk about was the fact that this coronavirus or COVID-19, that's what it is. And 19 is Jesus' number. I'm not sure that it is really a hoax. I think it's probably something that got out of hand that they were experimenting with, thinking they could control it. Because right now you have these icebergs melting in Antarctica, and in those icebergs they're finding all kind of things that have been frozen in time, and they've been finding all kind of viruses that are ancient. So these ancient viruses are coming out and they're killing the newer people on the planet. That's what's happening right now because they've already said that nobody in Africa is catching it. You know what I'm saying? The Africans are resisting because they probably already fought it before. Because what they do is they just reanimate viruses that they find and see what's going to happen. And they probably don't know how these things spread, what's the real incubation period. They probably really have no idea until it started to hit China, because that the doctor that reported it originally in China, they arrested him and said he was lying, and he's dead now. So this, the incubation period from diagnosis to death is within days. That right there is some scary shit, if this is real, which I think is real for the simple fact that all of these cities are preparing to put people under quarantine, where they're either quarantined at their house or they're quarantined on some kind of medical facility where they're being evaluated until they get cured. But I don't think that's what they're really going to be doing, because at the end of the day, if you got it, your ass got a weak immune system. Something is different about your body. Something about you is new to where this virus can affect you, and you don't have the genetic memory in your DNA of when your ancestors fought it before. So Kim Jong-un or Young, whatever his name is, over there in Korea, that brother, when he find out that you got it, he killing your ass. He didn't kill the first case, he killed the motherfucker. He said, we don't even want to talk to him. We not giving him no bed in no hospital. He dead. We killing his ass. That's not funny, but it's real. The other thing I want to talk about is the economic upset. Nobody's talking about how it's really shutting down certain industries. Like, for instance, the hair. Who want to buy some hair and it can be infected? Because people go to these Chinese salons, shops, and they buy their hair. People go to the Chinese salons and get their nails done. They go to Chinese food and get food. They get their chicken and shit at the Chinese stores. You know what I'm saying? At the restaurants and stuff like this. They're not spending their money with the Chinese anymore, which is kind of good because the Chinese don't spend their money with us, so we don't need to be spending the money with them anyways. And now they're saying it's like reverse racism, which really doesn't make any sense, because they was kicking black women's asses in them damn salons, and people was still going to get their damn nails done and coming back to buy hair from the little part where they sell the hair at. So it ain't about racism. It's just that black people ain't playing around when it comes to germs, because we have a thing about washing your hands, covering your mouth when you sneeze. It's like a natural thing for us to want to keep clean and not be coughing and shit on people and wiping germs all over the place. We are aware that you can really get sick by just touching somebody. That is inbred into our culture. It is a part of the black people's culture to wash their hands before they eat. Don't touch your face. Don't be touching shit, period. Don't be touching walls and walking by shit, putting your hands on it. We don't do that kind of shit. So that might be another reason why a lot of black folks is going to be resistant to it. You know what I mean? And the other thing is that there's going to be an economic collapse of the dollar bill. And when that happens, when they actually reset everybody's money, they don't want people running around the streets acting crazy, because somebody ain't going to get paid and somebody going to want something back. They ain't going to get it. You know what I'm saying? They be trying to repossess cars. That's not happening. You feel me? People are not going to be able to go to work. If they quarantine you or make you be under self-quarantine because you was in an area, they found out you was at the mall, in a store with somebody that had it, and now your ass is forced to be quarantined in your house, you not going to be able to make any money. Or if they close the schools down, you're not going to be able to send your child to daycare, so you're going to have to stay home. So how are you going to make any money? How is anybody going to get paid? Who's going to be collecting the money? There's going to be an economic fall of the dollar bill, and it's coming soon. And this coronavirus is going to be the way that they maintain calmness with that amongst the world, because the dollar bill is around the whole world. And there's a whole lot of people that have a whole lot of money that aren't going to have any money anymore. So there's not going to be an incentive for somebody to be their bodyguard. It's not going to be an incentive for somebody to be their driver. You know what I'm saying? All the things that used to mean something, they're not going to mean anything anymore. So this is kind of like, to me, I think it's a defense to civil unrest, because that's what's getting ready to happen. And another reason why it's going to be the fall of the dollar bill is because nobody's going to want to touch any money. Because everybody knows money is the thing that everybody touches. Everybody touches money. Some people put money in their bra. Some people put money in their shoes, where their feet are. Some people put money in their damn drawers and shit. So money is nasty as hell. So it's going to be a lot of people that are not even going to use the dollar bill. You're not going to be able to use a credit card because they're going to shut the dollar bill. They're going to zero out people's accounts. A lot of people are going to have no money. So they don't want people in the streets causing anarchy. So if everybody's sitting in the house sick or scared to be sick, and if you leave the house, you might get sick and die. Ain't nobody leaving the house except for maybe some black folks. Everybody else staying their ass inside. And even then, they just waiting to die. And when you get the shit, they gonna burn your ass up. Now, that's what they doing over there in China. They burning motherfuckers up. They burning 200 people up at a time in them incinerators. Yeah, so that's a way for them to also be able to put like a little hit on your ass. You know what I'm saying? They can say you got the coronavirus and you don't got it, and then your ass be dead 4 days later. Ain't nobody gonna question it, because they really ain't saying exactly how these people are dying. And this is the other thing, the thinning of the population for our sick people. If you are sick and your medication is keeping you alive, you are a zombie. Your doctor is a witch doctor and then gave you a potion to maintain your life past what God said you were supposed to leave the earth. So this is another way for them to get rid of elderly people and sick people that are basically being taken care of. That's the jobs that most people are doing, being nurses, taking care of sick people and people that should have already been off the planet. So it's about to be a whole global reset. I wanted it to be under 10 minutes, and it is. So I'm going to come back out here and talk some more about it, but I just wanted to say that for now, because those are some things people aren't talking about. Okay, peace and love.